to those people. There, music by Takashiya Fukuwa. Oh, okay. It's definitely outsourced or whatever you call it. Yeah. Quarter score mix by Jeff. Jeff is a 10 out of 10 apparently. Yeah, there we go. Thunder Fury, see you all over. Kind of nice that they actually involved a lot of the playtesters here. Aww. Well, I don't think we jump into the second game now instantly. We are jumping into that, but now I feel like we're mixing it a little bit. So we did the Diablo story first, and then we jumped into this, and now I think we jump back to the Diablo DLC story. So it's gonna be the second DLC, so not the newest one. That's the third one. It's Lord of Hatred. So we do that, and then we jump back to this. Maybe it's super dumb of me to jump this much back and forward, sort of, but I guess that's also a little bit of variety. But yeah, what a beautiful game. Sound design and music is stunning. Art style is amazing. It's a game where it's like, yeah, it's a smaller game studio, and they are doing everything amazing or great for what you would expect a size of this studio to do, kind of, I feel. So yeah, it's nothing like this is nothing bad in this game. Everything is great for, I think the important part is for what it is, right? The 2D kind of platformer adventure from a studio that is a little bit smaller, and they are doing an amazing job with what they can and have. The things that are in the game are perfect, more or less. They're great. Yeah, what a lovely addition to this genre of games. I need to find the music though. So... I need to find that song. Let's see. Not the song, but... could it be Horizon? There. Sabina Wilson, singer in this one, and there's the Takashi. Yeah. Dude, this song deserves so many more listens. Okay, so that's that song. I would love to listen to this, but I should not find... wonder if this... I mean, this is the end credit one, and we just listen to Horizon one. I feel like they might be the same. Oh well, I'm gonna add them, and then I will have to listen another time. This one is just the background. Could be the one that's kind of going on in the background a lot of the time. Yes. Oh, well, I think it. Well, put that on there. Uninstall. Thank you so much. I'm trying to think if this is a good thing for me to switch over to Diablo 9 in terms of how I'm gonna handle the VOD uploading, but I think it should be fine. This one was called like Vessel of Hatred, right? Diablo 4 Vessel. No? What's it called? It was called... Oh yeah, Vessel of Hatred. This new one is called Lord of Hatred. Okay, apparently patched there. Oh, I'm gonna go sneeze. Let's see if it'll be. Oh, thank you so much to Red Gremlings for the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Well, whilst I was away, Twitch Prime for the win. Heck yeah. It's patching still. I wonder if I dare pressing play still. Oh, now I'm looking forward to the second game. Is Takashi? Let's see. Takashi Furukawa. What have he done music for? Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh, he did Last Guardian music. I never got to play that. The Last Guardian. I bought it for PlayStation, but my brother had only a normal PlayStation, and it was like super laggy even on that. So I actually got a headache. But that's actually probably the only PlayStation 2 game no, that was like PlayStation 3 or 4 that I bought. But I never got to play it. It's not that, you can't play it, right, on Steam or anything. I don't know how that works if you own the last... Or... Yeah, no. Last Guardian. Like, are there any way to play this game nowadays? A while ago now. I don't think. I mean, obviously, you need to have a PlayStation. I'm gonna imagine. But yeah, I wonder where I have it though. I think it's in one of my boxes. I was super hyped for this, and not super hyped, but this was one of those games where I was excited for. I think this is kind of my like favorite genre in a way, right? These sort of games, like a lot of my favorite games that I play for myself are like, you know, Unravel. It's, you know, Little Nightmare. It's well, like the one we play now. It's Ori and the Blind Forest, right? This sort of, I don't know what you call them, platformer cozies. With also a sad, I mean, like Band of Brothers. Wait, Band of Brothers? No, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, right? That one is a little bit different though, but yeah. Still waiting for it to patch. I'm just gonna let the patch go through, so hang with me. Timer. Yeah, that was... Oh. I mean, we could watch the trailer here if I'm quick about it, right? We're waiting. I feel like that's a good thing because we are gonna use start. This is the start of that campaign. We did watch the trailer at the end because it kind of got forced on us. But we did yeah, the hatred.
Cheers, chicham. Mini demisicis. Mini demisicis. Zukudo. Marsolan. Akra. Cheers, chicham. Mini demisicis. Mini.
Boy, young one. Are you all right?
Akra. Cheers, chicham. Mini demisicis. Mini demisicis.
Nerel?
Zukudo.
Oh, you're not well. Please, please, my child, let me help you.
Stay away from me!
Nerel! Is that how I raised you?
No, Mother. But I must carry this burden alone. I must get to Akarat's tomb.
But look at you. You're killing yourself.
I don't know how much longer I can...
I'm here, little magpie.
I missed you so much.
I'm so proud of you. But now, I need you to give up.
No. Of it's you! You monster! Let go of me!
Let go. No. You made a choice. And I warned you, little magpie. There would be consequences.
Surrender.
No! I control the stone!
You hold the stone. You control nothing.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I could use some help.
Okay, there we go. And the thing is done, so now you jump in. But yeah. It's gonna be overwhelming if at the point where I'm actually getting to play the end game for the Lord of Hatred DLC. Picture faster. Should have picture, should have audio, let's go. Hey, hello Fenrir, how you doing, buddy? We just finished a beautiful game that I would definitely recommend you playing, either for yourself or, I mean, with your wife or with you and your kid. A beautiful, like, little game. There are 2 of them out, so if you, yeah, it's a bit emotional, but this sort of game, Planet of Lana. This is the second one I'm showing you here. Oh, sorry. So here, Planet of Lana. This is the second one, but we just finished the first one. Fia med knuff, yeah. I mean, Fia med bakåtknuff is fun, if you never play that. So my father, he loves being a little bit of, you know, he loves games where we can screw each other up a little bit. So we used to play Fia med bakåtknuff, where you can actually move backwards in Fia with knuff if you get movement. So let's say that you throw the dice, you get movement for 3, but if you have someone that's 3 spaces behind you, you can actually move back and kind of bump them. I have no idea, however, how far that bumps them. That I don't remember in terms of the rule set. But yeah, we would play it like that. So if you're like, okay, you can move either 3 forward or then 3 backward if it aligns with someone that actually is there. So if no one is standing there, of course you can't move backwards. But yeah, yeah. So that's what we used to do. Yeah, Fia med bakåtknuff. It's from my father, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. If you, for once again, we are very much a family that's, I feel like you would say, like, enjoys teasing with each other, or, you know, you in the eye a little bit of a shrug and tug or whatever you call it. But yeah. Otherwise, if you need a more of a cozy, beautiful game with beautiful music, environment, and And so, Planet of Lana, great for you to play with your kids, or kid, or with just your wife, or let her play it, and you just watch and enjoy it with the family. Anyway, great game. Play the first one. We just finished the first one. It was beautiful. My daughter is so evil in Fia, so it can be fun. Yeah, great. Heck yeah, let's go. I hope you're doing well now when the summer's kind of hitting. Hope you and your family is doing well. Okay, so we basically stopped right here after it forced us to view the trailer that we kind of just watched on YouTube, but when we ended last time, because we ended the first part of the like main Diablo 4 story, it kind of forced that trailer in game. So yeah. Has been at the Nordskens event. Oh, that sounds beautiful. If it's like what like Iceland Nordsken or up in Norway. I mean, we do get them sometimes in Sweden nowadays, but yeah. Let's see if I remember how to play Diablo though. This is in a little bit now. A bit close, yeah. I sadly missed the Nordskens when they happened like, well, last winter and the winter before that. Since we actually are starting to get them down here in the south of Sweden nowadays. Sadly I missed them though. I would love to travel to Iceland at some point and watch them there though. Stuff like that. Common as gaming and retro event. Oh, okay, that's very different. But still, cool. Hey, retro games are great. I was talking with my brother about if you ever played a game called Bigfoot on the NES back in the day, so that's Nintendo 8-bit. They had a game called Bigfoot. And the fun, I can show you here, it was sidetrack, the NES Bigfoot. This is a retro game deluxe here. I definitely showed this before. So the fun, I said the fun and interesting part with this game is that for one of the races, and it's actually the race we see there a little bit on the side. Maybe we can do this. Maybe it shows the race. Not really, but okay. So you have kind of two different game modes. You can see it very small there, or here is a pretty good, here's a good picture. So you have this kind of race, that's a 2D. And then you also have the normal race, which is kind of top down, where you're kind of driving upwards. And you're collecting like money, upgrades and so on. But the interesting part with this race are that to drive forward, you have a cross. So, you know, up, down, left, right on your controller on the NES. To drive forward, you need to just twinkle it around as fast as you can. That's how you gain speed. The problem is, when you're doing that, you get blisters. So this game was interesting and so on, because you could only play it for one time or one day, and then you would have to take a break because you would have a blister so fucking big on your thumb afterwards that it was like, well, I can't play. I mean, you could play, but then you would have to, you know, you would pop the blister and yeah. So yeah, it was an interesting, like, I said to my brother when we were in the car, like, I wonder, were we doing it wrong back then? Because like, I feel like you shouldn't get, you know, a blister. And it was like, no, that's still how you do it, sort of a deal. So I was like, okay. But yeah, Bigfoot. Fun, but still interesting game. This is the other game mode where you're playing like top down and just driving upwards and collecting stuff. And you kind of fighting each other as well, sort of. But yeah. Oh well. That's my little lane down memory lane there. But yeah, there's so many great games though on the NES. Mario 8-bit speedrun. Ah, that's nice. My brother actually sped ran in Mario Bros 3 on the NES. He was doing speedrun stuff in that. I feel like Mario Bros 3 is the kind of popular big one. But that's great. Hey, Mario Bros. I feel like Mario Bros 1 and 3 are the popular ones, and then 2 is the one that kind of a little bit under the radar, just because that one was a little bit, I don't know if I should say hard.
Those damn knights burned him.
Leave her be. She's suffered enough already.
I will tell you what you wish to know. It started last night with the tolling of the bells.
Cool.
Behold, the Reverend Mother Prova and the Burn Knight Yorivar, sole survivors of the battle at Hell's Gate.
Oh.
Today we gather to witness the dawn of a new age. One made possible by the courage and sacrifice of our father Inarius. Yorivar and I have returned from the depths of hell, bearing his message along with the scars of our trials, to show that our devotion has not wavered.
In hell, I was cleansed by battle and flame. Doubt and wickedness were burned away. But in the end, I was preserved. May all who serve the light do the same. This man is a mercenary, sworn to the service of the murderer, Lorath. He tried to hide the Horadrim girl, Neyrel, from our judgment. A girl who threatens us all by carrying a fragment of the very same evil I battled in hell.
Do you agree to repent of your sins and walk with us in the light?
I do. Bless you, Reverend Mother. Thank you. In the name of the Holy Father, I swear it.
Release him.
By chopping his head off or what?
With all due respect, Reverend Mother, Father Inarius' mercy was great, but did he not also preach justice? Where then was the mercy for Yosef when Lorath slaughtered him?
Yorivar.
What does it say about the cathedral if we allow such sins to go unpunished? Neither Lorath or the girl have been found. We have gained nothing. So tell me, is he owed mercy? Or is it justice?
Justice! 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 Justice!
No, please! I told you everything! I repented! No!
You see, his sins were too great, too deep, and his faith was not strong enough to preserve him. Evil will no longer be tolerated in Sanctuary, and we will show the heavens that we are worthy!
Okay.
I'll not have the faithful of Inarius shedding tears for a sinner. I won't say it twice. Where's your decency? Clear off!
Okay.
And you, your Prova's abandoned lapdog. Is that right?
Damn, lapdog. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now can I answer you, Nordic, because the dialogue is over. So they build a Volvo XC70 of Lego. That's cool. And then 75k hours to build it. That's crazy. Wait, would you recognize them by the other authors or by people, since they asked about your book and why you weren't there like selling it? Your first like horror book you wrote? It's the follow-up question to that I have. Been working on the book second, and it's pretty much done, so I have to wait now for a second person check and more. Also, you're looking for like a, what is it called, a second opinion for your second book before you publish it? They knew, and my book had been in media. Yeah. I mean, I saw some. Well, there was one article I think I found about you and that book.
What a dismal, faithless existence. That's the problem with you and Horadrim. Such thinking always leads to hubris, and hubris leads to failure. Lorath's no stranger to it. Buried his own brother. Chased away the little one, that brat, Neyrel. Only comfort left for him is at the bottom of a bottle. Tread carefully, Wanderer. Judgment hungers for you both. And outside the city walls, not even our Reverend Mother will be able to stay its hand.
I didn't know that was a thing. The Swedish horror
The old man better still be
laget Swedish horror zombie has me on the radar. Huh. So, like, great, okay. I'm gonna have to Google this a bit quicker. See if I can get a better understanding quickly. Okay, nah, I guess I didn't get anything. It sort of just shows me. Is this it? Okay, yeah, we are a books gathering publisher, Swedish horror books. Okay, so it's. Is that sort of like having? I was gonna say a book club, but that's definitely degrading it, like playing it down sadly a bit. But it's more of a publisher, right? A publisher that focuses on horror books, right? That would be more accurate, maybe, or something in between there. They buy your book stuff. Yeah, okay. Oh, well, they don't buy rights. You mean they buy just the book to sell in different stores?
Why you approach the house of a known heretic? Deny
okay,
me
use,
again,
yeah, okay.
and you will join the condemned sin. I will ask only once more. What do you know of Lorath Nar?
I know that he's a recluse and a drunk, but he's not the one burning people alive.
Silver words from a sinner's tongue. You will atone.
Okay. So the whole Crusader guys has gone to shit. Okay, yeah, right. How did I play again? The Brotherhood has gone to shit. Anyone home? Oh, I can't even read there.
I wish you'd arrived a moment sooner. No. Shins broken. Legs are dead weight.
Where's Lorath?
Don't know. No one knows. Third time I've come here looking for him. First time I got caught. Brought a message for the old man. We found Neyrel.
Neyrel? Is she safe?
A friend of mine is keeping an eye on her. The steelsmith, Raher. Biggest man in Giakul. He'll know where she's gone.
Wanderer. So many corpses. Always leading to you. And who is this? I am here to seek aid. Haradrim. Lorath. He was profane, yes, but reliable. I see he isn't here. Where is Nerel?
As if I'd answer now.
Leave, Prava. Your knights are dead already. No sense in joining them.
My knights? How poorly do you think of me that I would beat a woman half to death? This was Urivar's doing, not mine.
Who is Urivar? What do you know of him?
He was just another man of faith. Another knight marching through hell. Nameless, faceless. I never knew what he truly was. Until now. A repentant man prays for forgiveness, and Urivar burns him alive. There's no faith in such an act, no redemption. Only ego.
You didn't stop him?
No, I didn't. But he's begun a war for the cathedral's heart. To save every life is to lose the war. I am not your enemy, Wanderer. Not when I gave you my blessing. Not when we shed blood together in the streets of Caldeum. And not now. Your mind is poisoned against me, I see that. But in time, you will accept the truth. All those who serve the light must huddle together, lest we die alone in the cold.
It's no use talking to her. Just go. Find Raher. I'll be fine.
It's kind of crazy. Your book has gotten abroad that far. Wait, can I TP? Or do I have to run all the way over there? No, we can. Right? If the book have made it over to France and are making headways over there. Have you managed to ascertain if it's a well-known radio station or so? Okay. That explains it. But when you say French history, are we talking like that it was taking place in parts of France? Or are we talking more that it just had, what should we say? I was going to say lore, but like French... oh. I don't know really how to put it, to be honest. But yeah, I guess when you say history, that maybe they were some of the vocal points for like story building. I guess in terms of like lore, you could probably use France, right? Story building core point. The book gets on Gravadun och hela boken. Ah, okay, and Gravadan is in France then, I'm gonna guess. So yeah, it's okay. Where do I find this person?
No coin, no deal. You want the blade, you pay the price.
It's a province. Ah, okay. No wonder they are interested. Do you have any sort of relations to France, since you chose to write your book in that province? Where's this person I'm trying to... Guess over maybe there, otherwise... Or did you use like... throw a dart onto the globe and be like, okay, that's the place I'm taking.
Everything fit for an Iron Wolf.
Ah,
Axes,
this is the
armor,
follower
pots and
campaign
pans.
stuff. Okay. Okay, yeah, and that's what your book is basically built on, right? The mystery of that beast and the disappearing of people and such, I would imagine. I think, based on what little I know about your book. I could be very wrong, though.
Lucky day, friend. You seem to have found him. I hope the cobbler didn't send you. Such a kind heart. Patched up her doorframe once. Now she sends every poor soul that needs a carpenter my way. Only, that's not quite what
I'm here for Nerel.
Ah, a friend of Lorath's then. Here, step into my workshop. Some things are best shared in privacy. And comfort.
Oh, so okay, so yeah, it does. I was gonna say the classic, but you know if this would be a movie setting, right? You would kind of show it at the start. You would show it in the like 1767, right? Of like that's the maybe you could kind of do it like Game of Thrones did it, to be honest, right? Where you're showing an earlier station of exactly like prelogue of the thing doing something, and then you do a fast forward to introduce maybe just a main character and his normal, quote-unquote, normal life, and then that delves into the like, oh, mystic stuff is starting to happening now, and then they are going to, I'm simplifying a lot here, and then they go to like, oh, we need to go to the bookstore, and like, oh, this beast is similar to this beast that existed this long ago, and yeah, and then you have sort of some building blocks there. Of the book and onto the lore and more. Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool.
Faye, we have a guest.
Yes, Papa.
Like lore building and world creation is the part that I think is most fun. Sort of. I'm not gonna like. I don't think I'm necessarily a good story writer, but I do enjoy creating lore and like worlds, items, and the lore behind items. But yeah.
Come, sit. I think better when I'm working. Faye, have you seen my...
Amar.
This is my daughter Fayira. We can speak freely here. Isn't that right?
I understand you've word of Nerel.
Yes, our friend Lorath was on her trail, but he left off. Didn't say why or where to. I saw her though. She came through town a few weeks ago.
How did she seem?
You needn't be so cautious. I know what she carries. I've seen what it has cost her. Last I saw her, she went in search of passage across the river, into Nahantu.
What? You just let her go off alone? You didn't even offer to help her? What is wrong with you?
Could you fetch the set chisel for me, dear?
Yes, Papa.
Fahira is a foundling. Of circumstance, if not neglect. She and the welfare of this town are the responsibility I have taken onto my shoulders. Just as you, Lorath, and Nerel have chosen to carry the burden of creation on yours. I will not trade one for another. Would you?
I suppose not.
You care too much, my friend. But that is a glad thing. Whatever you need while you're on Geokul, I will be by your side. They've returned. Stay put, Faye. If trouble comes a-knocking...
Then I go to the hideout, like you said.
That's my girl.
How stupid the story sounds about the history in Gun is actually true. I don't feel like it sounds stupid. Like a lot of, especially if you look at Witcher, right, and the writer, like a lot of his stories are all like folklore. And I feel like that doesn't your story fit into the same situation where it's technically old folklore? Like a lot of books and worlds are created around folklore. If I don't remember wrong, isn't like Witcher, is that Polish folklore a lot, or am I might be so wrong there. Right, so yeah, there's a lot of stories like that around the world, right? I feel like it's always great to do a story that's in some ways are grounded in reality, even if it's not reality, right? Because it's more grounded in the culture because it's folklore, right? So I feel like that's a really good way to do story writing. Did they ever figure out what it actually was though? Right? In like reality, was it more of one of those where it was just a big normal wolf? Or some maniac in the woods? Or... right? Or so...
Guardsman, how many?
More than usual.
Yeah.
The gates won't hold.
Oh, okay.
They must not breach the city. Get in the wagon.
When I say folklore though, I wouldn't necessarily want to impose that means that stories are not true.
I am not ready for
But I could also be wrong there. Maybe folklore always means that it's a made-up story, but that's not how I at least thought folklore or what that meant. One thing I would say is folklore, at least the way I have known it, is usually a mix of both, where it's a real story, but it's also sometimes, you know, a little bit of maybe exaggerations or, you know, fantasy mixed in sometimes, because, you know, it's usually from back in the day and they would kind of, you know, maybe amplify things, even if it was a true story, and would maybe be a bit dramatized or whatever you want to say. But I could also have the wrong picture of what actually is folklore. The more general and simple way, I think, folklore is usually just like stories, right? From different cultures from back like a long time ago.
We don't. The infection started in Nahantu. We can only stymie the flow.
Nahantu? That's where you said Nebrel's gone. I need to go after her.
I know. And I promise we'll find her. Just as soon as Geakul is safe.
But still, regardless, I think it's always a really cool thing. Stories that always have either a base in reality or have so like even if you take something that's like 100% a real story and then you use you know, some aspects here and there to either make it more fantasy or more real, it's still always a cool start, usually, or a base of a story, I feel. So, but then I guess we should try to avoid spoilers, but as much as possible. And of course, you don't need to answer your question. This is actually for an unpublished book, I think, at this point. But is your second book a continuation of the story, or a new, just like a kind of a new chapter in the world? I think I kind of put that question out well there, right? Yeah. So yeah. And of course you just don't answer if that's too much information to give out. I don't remember what that book was. It's actually a really good book. I wonder if you actually have read it or know about it. Because it's a mystery book. Can I pause here? I don't think that's gonna pause. Wait, I'm gonna check my audible. You might know about this book actually. So when I was reading English 2-3 years ago, we had a book assignment. We got to pick between a couple of books. And the book I picked was actually good when I listened to it. Oh yeah, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Have you heard about that one? I think it's technically a little bit of a... not horror necessarily, but... you know, like mystery, a little bit dark. Yeah, I'm gonna... The Strange Case of... Out to spells. Okay, yeah. I wonder if there are actually any movies based. Oh, I'm gonna do this in case it was hard to hear me there. I'm just gonna type it there in case you're interested. But yeah, it was one of those where even with me that have a hard time kind of being invested and also follow it, I did have it as an audiobook, but it's still hard to kind of follow some of the stuff that happened. But generally, I would say it was actually a good listen. Oh, they are a movie. Okay, I actually might need to look that out. I never checked if they were a movie. Destroy. Okay. Movie, no, destroy. Okay, yeah. But would it be fair to say that it falls in the line of like a mystery story? I don't know if it was necessarily was it a monster story? I don't know.
The rot is thick to the east. Let's clear it out, stop it spreading.
Oh, yeah, I'm guessing it not falling in the same category though as your book, but yeah. Destroy the... Oh, okay, new thing. Okay. I have a feeling it's going to be a super old movie if I try to look up that movie. Let's see, I think I missed... Yeah, I missed... Shadow Story,
I'm not ready for that.
I'm just clicking around trying to read at the same time here. Do this. It's book 2 out of 3 in the same trilogy. Okay, so the story is not done yet. Okay. It's probably based on some true stuff on the blood chapters 3. That's yeah, could be. I mean, I definitely missed that inclination, to be honest. That's what the book was deluding to, sort of. It's also, I guess, been a while. But, yeah. Okay, so a little bit of a question here. Would you, like, because since you are a story writer, Fenrir, and I have a feeling then that automatically means that you are, well, I shouldn't assume, but it wouldn't be too much of a leap to then think that you are someone that enjoys the aspects of creating stories, worlds, and so on. And that you might also be someone that just loves, you know, watching a good movie that has an enticing story. Would you ever want your stories to become movies, or do you want them to still kind of stay as books? Or...
Good work. Yeah. To the bridge now. The hollows run thickest there.
Can I go this way? I feel like it. Oh no, I can't. Okay. My first book, and they are.
It's Rahel!
Only 2 gods? Where are the rest?
They won't stop. Each kill brings 2 more. We're the only ones left.
Calm yourself. We're going to finish this
Have you
fight,
written? Oh.
And then drinks are on me. You hear?
Okay. Have you written, when you write those books, do you use a lot of details in terms of like the gruesome stuff that's happening when people are dying? Is that what people find unsettling? Or is it more about our environmental creation of the, let's call it, so if when you're describing, let's call it just an environment that creates an unsettling feeling? So defeat, okay, just hang on. Yeah, as you should be.
Steady.
I feel like the most important thing potentially would be you need to have a good enough spine as a writer and creator where you don't accept the normal compromise of that they get creative control over what you have done. Which also, of course, might a lot of the time mean that it's not going to be created at all. But I feel like it's one of those hills you kind of have to kind of die on in a way, right?
Hold on,
because there's so many times where if a writer or creator of a world gives up the creative control and then that gets handed over to just a studio or whatever, then it just goes so downhill, like so many times. It's better that it doesn't get created, basically, instead of giving up that creative control. So it needs to be one of those where you are leasing out your story, so you still can have that creative control.
Gone. We will remember. Things are worse than I thought. The Hollows are stronger and more numerous than we've ever seen. I promised I'd take you to Nerel, and I mean to keep that promise. But if the Hollows attack Geokul again, if Yira...
I understand. Go. See to your daughter.
Thank you, my friend. We'll meet further down the road and find Nerel together. I swear it.
Nerel was traveling by boat. The old bridge should have a good vantage of the river.
Yeah, I can understand that can make readers, you know, uncomfortable, for sure. A lot of the time we don't even get to see that sort of stuff in movies, right? Because it's just too graphic, sadly. Usually always some sort of cutout. Oh, that's the... Okay. Well, I hope your next book gets a good reception then, and as well.
Even though you traffic with darkness, you have accomplished much good in the eyes of the cathedral. I can understand why Prava has tolerated you this long. But if the church is to survive, it must hold tight to its convictions. Either the rules apply to everyone, or they do not actually exist. That builds trust. The heretic Nerel has fled holy judgment. Wielding the very soulstone she stole from our brethren as they lay dying in hell.
girl.
I see no reason to help you find her, knight.
How many lives will you trade to protect Meirel? Is her life worth more than his?
Oh!
You bastard.
Okay.
No one is above the laws of heaven.
Burn away the darkness!
I saw my corpse, and from my mouth crawled hatred. A father burned his children on a pyre, and mother molded a new age from the ashes. I saw the weak made strong, a pack of lambs feasting on roofs. Tears of blood rained on the desert mules, and the way of hell was asunder. Ooh, was that the last word? There came a spear of light, piercing hatred's heart, and he who was bound in chains was set free.
Who saved your life. Or Heru, if you like.
Heru, thank you. But why? Why save me?
Couldn't very well leave you to fester in the river. Bad for the fish. What brought you to Nahantu?
I'm looking for my friend Neyrelle. She's somewhere out there with a prisoner. A dangerous prisoner. I need to make sure she's all right.
Sounds like we should find her.
So, in terms of the I got the parent cry because of one scene in the book was too closer. I feel like I said this a while ago. I don't know what if I was writing something or it was talking in terms of the stream. One of the greatest compliments you can get as a writer is to invoke a feeling, right? So it can be everything from, you know, smiles, cries, happiness, and of course also the opposites of that, right? Horror, screams, sadness, you know. I feel like that's one of the best compliments you can get as someone creating worlds or writing or whatever, right? Is that you are invoking feelings. As long as you are writing something and invoking feelings, take that as a great compliment and keep writing. Whatever you are writing, if you're writing poetry, novels, stories, erotic stories or novels, right? Whatever it is. Keep invoking feelings. Okay, so normal gathering, more normal publisher wouldn't accept your book because it's too graphic or too strong, I guess.
This is Nahantu. Help is needed, so help is offered. Unless you are refusing. Good. Then let's search the river.
You're talking more like...
Some sign of your friend?
Sort of like the Silmarillion. I haven't read the Silmarillion for Lord of the Rings, but sort of like that, right? You or have written basically a tomb for like backlore or world creation, right? To help explain the world that is taking place in, right? That's a big guy.
I am not ready for that.
Is he on my side or their side here?
Yes, I knew it. I knew those thugs wouldn't kill you.
Friend of
He was not on my side. It's so big, expensive. Yeah, for sure.
I only lost a limb, but you were run through and drowned. How do you manage?
They wouldn't have. Without me.
Eru here patched me up. Perhaps he could help you too.
No amount of healing will bring back my arm. But Ram might ease the sting.
I'm afraid you will need far more than a drink to ease the pain of that wound.
You're right. Could use a place to sip on it in peace.
I like this character.
I know a spot southeast of here.
Right. Good voice actor. Good character. I'm still not super sold on Paladin, but I feel like it's one of those where I'm just using the wrong build, or you need to have some fun gear to make a fun build with. To see when I get to that point. I mean, it's gonna be a while, right? Oh, this way.
You're being hunted by the Cathedral of Light?
Me and Navrel both.
I knew there was a reason I liked you.
To the skies! Here apparently?
Locked. Of course they locked it down.
How things that they are not sold. So you kind of created let's call it just a society within the world. Similar to, I mean, this is maybe a bit of a leap, but you know, sort of like in the, I was gonna say Evanescence. I will screw it. But yeah, you have a sort of like an assassination society within the world for
Old friends. Too crafty for their own good.
Imperial ruins like this always had some kind of secret tunnel built in. There must be another way.
There is. But it'll take some acrobatics. Don't worry, I can manage. Come, down below.
Yeah, Witcher works as an example for sure. Yeah. There are a lot of different ones, I feel, in terms of if you just look at world creations, right? Of different universes and so on. I mean, Jedi's are also one, I would assume, right? They are also sort of an order in a way, right? In the Star Wars universe. They are as maybe not as secretive in a sense, but maybe in one way this is a little bit more different though, but in one way in the Warhammer Fantasy and the Warhammer 40k universe, right? Space Marines are kind of also that, but because they are very much, you know, like the very special, and if when a normal human sees the Space Marines, they're like, it's the angels, right? It's very for them, right?
Oh yes, but be on guard. There's no telling what's taken up residence inside.
And at least in the Warhammer 40k universe, a lot of the existential threats, right, are being kept from humanity, because otherwise it will affect them. So, or that's the fear, at least. So yeah, similar kind of thing there, I guess. I was gonna say the vampire movie is the one I was gonna mention to you there. But they use Evanescence music in it, but I don't remember the name of the movie. But it was Caitlin Blanchett. When you know the vampire movies from back in the day, they are kind of in order in a sense, but sure, they are only killing werewolves, and the werewolves are sort of trying to kill them, I guess. There are different sort of examples of this that are, some of them are more correct or good than others, some of them are worse, I guess. Find a way to the bubble. The alien as a book? There's an alien book.
I need more time. I need more time.
I mean, I feel like it could be a good example otherwise, right? That the It story is probably somewhat similar to yours in a way, right? Some monster in the woods, people don't really know about it, it's killing people, it's a bit mystical, blah blah blah, right? That's probably a decent comparison. Maybe that was you actually meant when you said Stephen King there, to be fair though, but yeah. Hey, I was stupid.
I need more time.
You fight well. I thought you said you're a healer.
Among other things.
Among other
I
things.
serve the spirits first.
And do they often bid you to do this much violence?
Only when there's something more to protect.
Do you have a dead? Wait, so you said that book was done, right, Henry? Right? So you're basically waiting on it's the fine polishing now, and then getting maybe feedback on something from selected readers, and then just publishing, right? I shouldn't say yes, as it's an easy thing to make, but yeah, then that's the next step, I would assume.
I need more time. I need more time.
I mean, in terms of the lore building of that, you can always add... I don't know if I should call it lore building though, right? But to add a little bit of... I don't know if I should call it sidetracking or, you know, I guess you could call it culture, right? You could do it the way they have done it in Witcher and other stories, where you have a monster like yours, but you also have a village that lives close to that monster, but they are actually okay because they are doing some sort of sacrifice, or they have some sort of agreement with the beast from, like, you know, old time ago. There are many different ways you can kind of swing this.
I need more time.
Right? That's always an option to do as well if you want to create a little bit of a side track story, if it doesn't dilute or create too much of disruption in the original kind of world building of the creature and lore of the creature. But that's always something that can kind of work if you want to create more, I guess, let's call it filler content for the world and lore for the creature. So then you could have a little bit of that kind of side track story with someone maybe discovering the village, and it's a village that's very small, it's a bit far out, not many people know about it, or people might not know about it. And then you have a little bit of that, oh no, these people actually have some sort of pact, agreement, whatever, with said creature, and they're actually kind of either have, and then you can kind of connect that with some sort of a lore dump, right? That they, because they have done this a long time, they have some, you know, knowledge about the beast and the organ. Yeah, I could go on here. You get the point, though.
I need more time.
Fully profiled with everything and everything. Okay. Amazing.
I am not ready for that.
Okay, everything brings to Crinophilia. I would have to Google that word. Oh, boss incoming. Can I wanna... Oh, what did I press there? That was an interesting window that popped up. Oh, Greek is okay for okay. Aha. Hey, let's point in that one. Okay. How about that? Oh, this one I guess. Okay.
Aha! They left the rope. Always have a
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine this is... Oh.
Isn't it nice when people listen?
Interesting that he says that when I'm babbling. But yeah, I would imagine this is sort of stuff you would have done early in terms of the world creation, right? I feel like it's a bit of a mistake if you start writing actually the actual story, and then in terms of the world creation, you're like, ah, shit, I should have added the village there and so I could add some lore back, lore, or like prelog lore, I guess you could call it, right? That's probably there before, yeah. The rabbit hole is indeed deep. I feel like that's what makes it good, though, right?
Yeah, then I remember it.
I took shelter from a monsoon here once.
Me too. More than once. It's perfect for what I'm planning.
Oh, I missed that I got this at some point. But now I need a shield.
My friend, this I cannot do. The knights know my name now. Better to keep them here than in the city, where they might go after my daughter or her father.
Aren't you your daughter's father?
Fayira is well provided for, no matter where she is. And she'll have you know that I'm her papa. My point is, I can do more good here in this place than back in the city. Look, I'll show you. Walk with me a moment, friend.
I'll unbolt the main entrance.
Years ago, I ran a mercenary company out of this place. The Pale Hand. I had less to lose then. But now, the fight's been brought to me. And I think I'd be more used to you as a mercenary, a shield for hire, if you will, than a smith. Though there's a chance you'll get both out of me. And my name still carries weight. The other mercenaries will be more likely to return if I am here. And you will need their help, my friend. You will never regret hiring one of the Pale Hand into your service.
That's a cool ass chest. Imagine having that at home. Oh, it would be so badass.
Friend, your heart is in a good place, but you wield it with the subtlety of a hammer. This wound, this loss is mine. Mine to carry, mine to tend. I will grieve it with my family in the privacy of my home. For now, let's stay focused on Nerel. That's where the Pale Hand comes in. We can help fight your fight. My friends from those days are scattered across Sanctuary. I want you to find them and bring them here. It may take some convincing, but I'm sure you can manage.
Okay, so that's the mercenary part. Kind of unlocked, I'm guessing, or can I hire him now? Okay. Here we go. There we go. Yeah. Mercenary hideout. The secret gathering place for the mercenaries, Pale Hand. Exploring the hideout with united mercenaries. As solo player, you can hire mercenaries to follow you in battle. Mercenary go and stand by when you join the party. Enlist reinforcement to aid a critical situation of a stay enlisted. Okay.
What is this?
Recruit mercenary from the den.
Recognize it. I made it. Crafted for an old ally. A bounty hunter named Subo. Barely a scratch on it. I don't think Subo knows about my recent injury. Would you consider assisting him in my place? The fens must mean Hawazar. Start there. Take the helm so he knows I sent you.
I wonder how much of a sidetrack this is, though. Or if this is part of the main story to kind of do this sort of stuff. Wait, did I hire him? Is he hired? Wait. Hire mercenary.
My shield is yours.
Ah, okay. Can you just pick whatever you want here, on and off, I guess? I have to pick? He's hired. Okay, then it's fine. I don't feel like it's the biggest deal in the world for him to have used the skill points. Got Arcadia. I read that. I don't know how you know much the history. The history of what? Diablo or your book and that stuff? I know nothing about the stuff you talks about in terms of history. Arcadia, Black Army, Spartan Zeus, Lycon. Yeah, I have no knowledge there.
He's strong for having such a fresh wound. Though you recovered from yours like it was nothing. I might have helped a bit, sure, but not this much. What makes you so special?
I don't know.
I guess none of us do. Well, we'll say you're blessed by Akarat, and leave it at that. Come, let's find your friend.
Something I miss from Diablo 3, and it's maybe a bit dumb, but I do miss
Let's start our search there.
the Bulkatus in, like, weapons and so on. We don't need to just put it through here, I think. Okay, so here's an interesting note to that, Fenrir. So I'm just basing this on, you know, general world creations of a lot of people that are, you know, the stories we have seen through the years from great writers, right?
No, I'm fine.
I feel, based on what we see and read, it's everything from Lord of the Rings to Warhammer 40k to Star Wars. So here's my take. Some world creations and some stories that are being created by writers are better off having gaps and not having everything explained, because it creates mystery. And a lot of the time, mystery is better than an answer, because it I don't know. It creates a better answer than the answer itself because there are no answer. What do you feel about that? That's something I've come to sort of that like obviously there should still be answers here and there, but I hope you kind of get my point there. Search for anything else in the arrow. Okay. Tanky.
Was here. You said she kept a prisoner. Of what nature?
Oh shit! Oh wait. For this division, someone had a corpse. Okay. Investigate the area. Not too much to investigate here. Oh, that thing. Okay. I never given a straight answer, but what I do is explain the way in my world and what happens. Don't get confused. Yeah. As I said, it's not.
A moment he isn't whispering in my ear. That's all I need. The Korost dogs. Rest.
Right. But yeah, I'm hoping you kind of understand the point of trying to get across to, right? Or obviously there should be some obviously there should be lore and stories, but a lot of the time people I feel are just get disappointed if you're trying to explain everything.
The docks are northwest up here. You should be able to find your way. Go on. I won't be far behind.
But hey, maybe that's in reality is just a failure of the writer and the world creation in a sense, right? Where if you have quote unquote written yourself into a corner where the mystery is better than the answer, maybe it's just one of those where as a writer or world creator or whatever, where that actually is more of the problem. I guess that could be argued.
Someone must have seen Neyrel. I should ask around.
Search for cursed docks. Okay, well that sounds like it should be here at the water.
Is she still inside? No.
What part?
And don't go looking for her either. The place is cursed.
Hello?
Any luck today?
No boats, no fish. Looks like seaweed broth for supper tonight.
Oh, holy shit. Black ichor of Hollow's coat.
Getting sick of this stuff.
Small tendrin, reach out to you, seek
They're
for
older.
okay.
They'll understand.
Okay, that's UC.
Spirits. What happened here? Did Neyrel do this? Hollows. Wherever Neyrel goes, there they are. She or that prisoner of hers are being hunted.
All I found was this page, torn from a book.
Let me see that. The devastation of Korost. A first-hand account. I think I know who wrote this. There's only one place Neyrel could have taken this from. Come.
This is the Git bin, child. It protects us from the Hollows.
Interestingly enough, Henry,
it's an archive of sorts.
I know somebody that I used to go to school with, and she is in the movie business as an assistant producer. So if you ever get to the point where you want to talk to someone in the movie business, if you're having a hard time finding someone, I guess I could direct you in that way. Who knows? Maybe she has contacts, so they can so you can like keep the talk forward, I guess. If it ever gets to that.
More of that foul stuff.
I have a feeling she would love to work on a movie like that, though. And it is she is in the Swedish movie business.
Looks more like a madman's den than an archive in here.
Huh. Would you believe it was both? She must have been looking for something. See what you can find.
Hey.
Travinkoll? Why would she go there?
I found her notes. I think she hoped to learn something from it.
To learn? Travinkoll is the site of the Zakarum's bloodiest tragedy. She's mad for going there. You're even worse for following her. And I'll not think about what that makes me for choosing to go with you. We'll need help if we're to survive. A Lightbringer's boon. Come, there's the ritual site south of here. I know just this spirit to call on. If we're lucky, he might even answer.
Ding dong. Where are we going? Over there, okay. Horse. Hey, how do I get to his talent points now then? I need to... Oh, so we have that flick there already.
A drag infestation. Help me uproot it. Thank you. Now, could you clean up their mess? This place was meant to be sacred.
Nice. You just want to make it clear, Fanny, it's a familiar, someone I'm just familiar with nowadays, so it's not someone I know. It's not like, you know, a close friend or anything. So it would very much just be one of those, if you are in a position and you wanted to talk to someone in the Swedish movie business, I could basically just give her your name, but it would still be, you know, 100% on you to be like, hello! And then, you know, just ask if it could work or how it would work, you know, that sort of stuff. We are not really on talkative terms anymore, me and that person, but yeah. So it just would be in that sort of situation. If you ever get to the point where when you are like, you know what, I would like to run this past someone in the movie industry and see if they have any sort of contact. I actually, you know, I don't know if she even have contacts to use for that sort of thing, but at least she's in the business, right? So it would be very much just, you know, 1% chance it works out sort of a situation, but who knows, right?
Heni oiso hana vihacho akarat.
Who are you to ask such a boon of me?
You know me, Great One. I am Eru, Elder Spiritborn of Nahantu, faithful steward of the Spirit Realm, and ever your servant.
Rise, Eru. I did not seek service in life, nor do I need it now. Tell me why you seek this gift.
We march on the cursed city of Travenkal to save a friend. She is in great danger.
Ah, my child. Your intent is pure, but to place yourself as a giver of salvation can only lead to disappointment and despair. If you do not give her the strength to save herself, you are only postponing loss. But this much I will do. I shall lend you my light to open your way into the darkness of Travenkal. And when next we speak, perhaps you will have found greater understanding. Eru, Wanderer, Sewuni Hu Pakik.
Okay.
You should consider yourself lucky. You've got less to prove than the average boon seeker. He's given us protection against the Hollow Rot. We'll never get a better chance than this. Meet me outside Travenkal.
But yeah, if that point ever happens, Fenrir, send me a message on Discord and we, I guess...
My blood feels like fire in
I
my
will...
veins.
I guess...
Light. Lilith.
Something to think about otherwise.
Join me, will you?
I need more time.
Okay. Probably ask you if you read it or know anything about it because she knows you. We used to go to school together in 7th, 8th and 9th grade, and then we never really saw each other until like 15 years later, which is about like 4 years ago now, and then we had a little bit of a reunion with some of our other like closer classmates, and then we hanged out for a little bit, but then I fucked it up, so... And she kind of asked me to not contact her anymore. But, yeah. But I feel for this sort of stuff, I could at least just make the introduction. That's kind of my point. Yeah. It wasn't like it added like, you know, it was, I got the message of like, you're a good guy, but I need space, kind of. I was going through, it was my fault though, because I was going through a lot of shit during that, which is not an excuse necessarily. It's still 100% my fault. I was going through a rougher time than normal in life, and she became kind of my escape out of it, so yeah. It happens. So that's why I'm saying like, yeah, I can at least be like, give you her name, and you know, you can be like, hello, I know about this guy that you might also know. He said that maybe you, if I ever would want to, you know, make a movie out of this, maybe you could have any sort of contact, right? That would kind of be how it would probably sort of work, right? Yeah.
Swells of rock as far as the eye can see, and you're jumping at the bit to wade right in. Slow down, friend. You may have a spirit's blessing, but this place smothers all holy things. To make things worse, the whole city is...
Yeah, stuff happens and life happens, and I, you know, I feel like I learned an important lesson from that, for sure. I think the important part is at least that I'm trying to take accountability for it. They didn't make it right? Yeah, shit happens, but as long as we learn from it.
I'll need to tend our connection to the spirit. Keep the flame lit, so to speak. The ritual might attract attention, though. So be ready. And watch my back.
Wihacho akaran. Haeo lakusa ipakun kehegar.
She's a good person though. We would sit that we didn't get to do too many times, but we did sit at her apartment one time and talking about movie ideas and so on. That she would want to do, and we talked about like movies and stuff like that she's tired of doing because the movie industry in Sweden is very linear in a lot of the movies that are being made in Sweden. Oh.
So long as you stay close. So, stay close.
But anyways, enough about that.
Stay with the light.
This thing is chunky.
Wihacho akaran. Haeo lakusa ipakun kehegar.
Oh no! Is Steam still alive? Can you just get a big drop there? I get like big freezes like that. Diablo be messy. Seems like the stream is actually still on, which is fucking amazing there for that long of a freeze. Holy. That was like a 2 to 3 second freeze. Surprised the stream didn't die during that. Where is that? It's almost unknown here in Sweden, but it's selling internationally. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's fine, right? I don't know if a store needs to be known that big in... If a store is good, I feel like it's the important part, right?
We need to spread this light across the city, one sconce at a time.
I mean, I feel like Norway has kind of gotten to this point where they are just making movies right now. Some of them would definitely be, you know, qualified as B movies, but they are just pumping out movies internationally, regardless of what, right? They're just making movies and they are hyping them up and pumping them out. Like the Kraken movie that came out recently, right? I feel like in some ways as long as it's a decent production behind it and a good story there, you can still make a movie out. Of course, I would definitely say that, you know, not to crank down on maybe Swedish movie making, but probably wouldn't be like, you know, the greatest hit ever if it is Swedish production behind it. But you never know. That could just be a step in the door, right? To get to talk to the people at some point. You know. I like it like this.
I am not ready for that.
Kinda hope that that light would kind of make him like that or so, yeah. Maybe it actually kind of does. But to the next beacon. Beacons of Illusterif is lit. Minasterif. Did I say Illusterif? Minasterif. Condor calls for aid.
I am not ready for that.
I think that's him that's popping over right? Do you have any summer vacation or so this summer coming up, Henry? Any traveling that's happening soon or so? Trying to relax and get away from things? With the family? Also, if you do play Fia med bakom knuff, you have to let me know how it went.
Let's be honest with one another. Wherever your friend goes, death follows. Now she walks right into Travancal. Right into the old prison of the Lord of Hatred. Tell me the truth. Neirel's prisoner.
Going to Dalarna with her parents.
Mephisto.
Okay.
Well, it's out in the open now. I'm not saying I like it, but there might still be time to save her. Are you sure he's the prisoner? Doesn't matter. Let's go. Into the dark.
I mean, you know, then they get to probably have a good time at least, hopefully, and so on. And even if you do not necessarily want them to go away or so, it can still be a time for some, let's call it self-care for you, you know, being at home alone and doing whatever you're doing, even if you're working or you're taking chill or, you know, some you time. Doesn't mean that you necessarily want your family to be gone, but it can still be the effect of them being gone, that you get to be chill for take a chill for a few days, or you know, just work in solitary, right? And then they get to go on a little bit of an adventure. Sometimes missing each other can be a boon. It can be hard to do if you're always with each other. We might not have each other anymore. If you ever, you know, sometimes I do try to clear out my Discord, so maybe if you had a different name at some point, so I might actually clear you out from mine at least. Or if you were offline for a long bit, you know. Some, you know, Noni that's been around forever, I actually apparently took him away from my Blizzard friend list. Sometimes I just try to clean mine out, and sometimes if people don't have a name that I remember them by or so, then they can definitely disappear from that list. Especially if they say name, I guess. I mean, I'm still used to you as Nixer, so yeah, so, but, And sometimes it can just be that I'm like, oh well, Nixer is not streaming anymore and I haven't seen him for a long time, you know, and then I'm like, oh well, he's probably moved on with life, and I'm like, oh, I can't take him away. I don't see much harm in that, to be honest, but some people might, I guess. We can all, I'm in the very much of the mindset of like, you can always add someone again.
Need more time.
This is my little, I don't know if I should call it OCD. But I definitely like take people away from my friend list a lot of the time if they have been offline for a long time or, you know, whatever. And that could definitely be the deal, I guess, with you. Because you haven't been gaming as much as back in the day, right? So maybe I just took you away because you had been offline for a while. I'm still Dexter though, on there. Can I see you in Discord? I'm like, I'm having a little bit of a brain fart. I'm like, how do I even add people? It said that it failed with the name you had there. Oh yeah, it needs the numbers and stuff. Otherwise, I can do this. Think. Boink. Oh, no, it's just as Dexor. Interesting. I thought we had numbers and shit nowadays. Oh well, mine is still Dexor. I have a dragon that's waving high. Same as my emotes. That's my profile pic. Ooh, almost skipped that scene.
What has Mephisto done to you?
We have each played a part in what has happened here. Friend, you told her you trusted her more than yourself to do what she thought was right. You abdicated your choice to this child, and she has already been poisoned by the stone. Going to war with me will only make her suffering worse. A wasteful outcome for both of us. How long do you think she can survive?
We really should have picked a better stone. This one is leaking. I'm guessing.
only she can unmake her prison. Seek Abulan, for he has strength to lend her.
And he doesn't? I think it's a bit of a weird sidetrack story here when a god comes flying in as a lion and is like, nah, go and find someone else. Okay.
She couldn't be much older than Faye. Whatever it takes, friend, we'll free her.
Who else?
Akarat. I know of him. A true follower of the light. He was...
beautiful. I know. I think he's the reason Neyrelle is still holding on. Akarat said that Neyrelle needs Abulan's aid. If he believes Abulan can help her, we'd best listen. Go. Leave Travenkar. Travel southeast. We'll meet in Korast.
This side story, I don't know if we should call this side story, but this story has actually been kind of great so far. It feels like, so you had the main story with Lilith, and then you have this story. This is kind of the smaller side story build-up for then the Lord of Hatred one, so yeah. I don't want to say this necessarily degrades this story, but it seems like it's a little bit of this kind of side story for the next one. I think in some ways it shows that taking your time and flushing out a story is so much better than what they have done previously in some of the Diablo story games. Because they're definitely fleshing it out more here, it seems.
Hey, you! Yes, you!
Dude, I have no idea. I think I should spend like all the rest of the points in there though, but...
Eru sent me. He asked me to point you to the council chambers, at the Sikurat's Peak. They've pulled him into a meeting. Looked bad. Whose feathers did he ruffle this time?
Oh, wrong way.
Akarat insisted we find Abulan, and that's what I intend to do.
Oh? Eru speaks with the great Akarat? How novel.
I'm being serious, Ormus.
Politicians.
And who are you, stranger, to ask after Abulan?
A friend. My friend. I vouch for him, without hesitation.
Eru.
Abulan will not be easy to find. He has a mural in the Undercity, but it's in the old tongue. You will need an interpreter.
I'll interpret. If Eru believes Abulan needs to be found, so be it.
Thank you, Maka. Let's go before she changes her mind. Meet me outside.
I don't know. Today feels like it's a good game. It's a good game for story games today.
What's wrong? But what? What's wrong?
There's something you need to know. I was once fed the blood of a demon. Lilith. That blood forged a bond. From me to her. I killed her, but she's still a part of me. I know it. You vouched for me at the council. You called me your friend. Would you take it back, knowing what I carry with me?
Ages ago, when I was a child, a spirit came to our town. Wherever the spirit went, death followed. So a spirit born, Tatha, he stands up, asks the spirit, "Why do you bring death to my town?" The spirit tells him the truth. "I'm lonely. I just want some company. Walk with me." Tatha takes
I
the
really
spirit's
love
hand.
this sort of culture that we have taken from. I'm just going to generalize it, say the Aztec.
Bonded for life. The spirit will never be lonely again. Never hurt another soul. The town is saved. But Tatha is bonded with death. He can never return home. Never will.
There's something beautiful, I think, that's great with playing the Paladin or Crusader class in Diablo 4 story-wise, because so you have the mage, which the wizard or the barbarian, and the other classes, right? But there's a certain beauty in terms of storytelling, I think, where you have a Paladin Crusader class that actually has, let's just call it a seed or a corruption or the blood of Lilith in it, because then it's the world of two sides in it, right? Compared to a barbarian, which is more of a normal human. Wizard is more of a magician that still fights for good. You know, that's sort of what the other classes are. But with the Paladin Crusader class, you have more of that. You are the light, in a way. And then you have a seed or the blood of the darkness, or in this case, the daughter of hatred's blood in you. So it creates, in like if you would do a story out of this in a separate world from the ground up, it would make quite a great story if you want to flesh it out and so on, right? It's I would say that it's a little bit of a classic, where it's like it's definitely been done before in different variations, but as I said, it's one of those where it's really, yeah. It is. I love the that part of it, because you don't really get that with other classes.
You saved your home. This Lilith, she is dead. Just an echo in your blood. What you're feeling now is the misery of being the one who must live with her. Don't let the misery drown you. And don't fear my judgment of all things. You must remember the home you saved. Hold it close to your breast, because it's the only thing you have.
Thank you, Eru.
Don't get used to it. Go. You have a mural to find.
It would be maybe a little bit of a cliche, but
go find Abulan's mural.
One way to do the story, if you would do it like this, with like a, let's just say we take a generic story of like a holy knight, but then has the blood of hatred or a blood of a demon or something in him, right? Then you can kind of twist it where, sure, he's the main story for like the first major story of storytelling, but then he actually, you know, dies, and then she kind of, you know, erupts out of him, and then because of the mixture there, you have something that's both light and hatred or hell or whatever you want, right? You know, basically, like Lilith comes out. Let's say we die as this character for the sake of it, just for the fun of it. Then Lilith actually becomes as angel wings mixed in. So if you look at Lilith's wings, you could actually either just have sort of like the classic kind of angel kind of spider web entangled in it to signify that, and stuff, and maybe even sort of like cracks in her horn. That would look kind of cool, I think. Right? I'm not saying this should be happening. I'm saying if we would take this sort of story and then just make it ourselves or something, you know, just for the fun of it, I feel like you could have a little bit of fun with that in terms of rating characters and so on. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's it. Maybe people would hate that.
The tunnels were over. Ooh, keeping me young.
Okay, search for the blah 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 blah. It would make really cool fan art though, I think. Shit, I can't move forward.
I need more time.
Very slow. I'm going the right way. There's some signs back here.
I need more time.
Here we go. I think. Tiles. Oh. Walking Dead, okay. A lot of shonkies.
Says.
It says, this time of year, Abulan will be on his fallow walk in the field of giants.
Haven't been there in years.
Not since your trials, I'd guess. Must be what? A century ago?
Maka. The Field of Giants isn't far. Speak to Ormus. Tell him what we found. We'll meet you on the road.
Okay, onwards and forwards. Ah.
We hope you find him. Abulan hasn't been seen for some time. We don't know what you will find in the wilds. So the Council has decided to offer you some additional aid. These stones are ancient relics from the time of the first druid. The runes inscribed on them will protect you from the evils of this world. Take them. Use them for good.
Okay, so that's how we introduce the rune mechanic. Okay. Great. Can I teleport? Whoa, that's a run and a half. Okay, here we go. Damn it, clock is always 7 o'clock. The problematics of when you start stream late. We did finish one game today, so it was nice, but that was only an hour, and now we're kind of doing this, so... Yeah, far we go here. I need to start thinking about making food in a bit, but I wanna get a little bit further. I'm kind of invested in the story here. I do feel like if a crash happens though, that might take the wind out of my sails. But not too far. Do I have... I don't think we can spend too much. That one is complete. Don't want to buy that one. Well, I'm getting hit. Find Maka and Eru. Well, first we go to the portal. Maybe that's where they're hanging.
We need to keep looking.
I have to... Oh. Oh. Thank you. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Oh, wow, that was a... That's a chest. Hey there. Hello.
Never gets old. Look, my hands are shaking.
Let's hope our Mulan feels the same way about seeing him.
Okay.
You will be given a rare gift, my friend. A glimpse into a realm that few know exist and fewer still ever touch.
What the fuck? God damn it.
Its beauty will mark your soul for all time.
You've got him started now.
I was just a boy when I first reached past the veil and saw one of the ancient spirits. I knew then I would spend my life preserving this place.
Ah, so you've never been normal. I thought this all started when you trained me.
I'm not saying I wasn't afraid. The spirits are strange, grotesque, yet so very beautiful and fragile. Don't hide your fear, but do not shy away. Then, Abula may hear your plea.
We'll open up a tap to the spirit realm, so you may call out to him.
Damn it, Nostros! Distracting as hell. Oh, but he's not having a good time in there.
Abulan? Abulan!
Something's not right.
Oh no.
Look at me. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think I'm just gonna run this until I'm done with this story.
Hollows have breached the spirit realm.
We have to go in there.
You and me, maybe. But them? The pain will shatter their mind.
The light will help me endure it. For Neyrel, I will take the risk.
Neyrel has poisoned the one thing that could save her. All of Nahantu's risk for her choices.
We'll need an entryway. He had worshippers once, many years ago. They might have left something to point the way. I'll check their old grounds.
Maybe I missed something there, but I don't feel like it's Neyrel's fault that she's been poisoned. Just saying, but maybe I missed something there.
Me too. I shouldn't have snapped. But all of this pain... I know she was guided here. But still, I curse the day she brought that stone to Nahantu.
Yeah, exactly. It's not really her fault.
Ah! What's this now?
Oh, is it our old friend?
I'll handle this.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Hello! Old friend, or whatever we should call him at this point.
Why did I have to be the one to choose? Did I even choose right?
She cannot hear you, Wanderer. You think you know her, but I am one with her mind.
They put the world on me. Others' burdens always on me. Mother's health, Donan's grief, Lorath's failure. And at the end of it all, a choice they should have.
Yeah. Other people's failings, we try to pick up the slack. She's like a young little girl, so you know.
Get out of her head, demon.
Or maybe not little, but she's young at least.
Then could my daughter pull herself from your blood? We are one.
Where do I end? Where do you begin? No, no, not again!
One of those where maybe not let the young Harodian girl that's still just learning, don't have too much experience, bring the level of hatred in a stone that wasn't fit for him. And it speaks for itself.
Friend. They killed my mother. No, Lilith killed my mother. Because of me. I wasn't smart enough. Fast enough. It's my fault, she said.
Am I done here? I haven't... No, we're probably killing all the slaves, huh?
You misunderstand. I come to offer you a way to aid her. She is dying, but she doesn't need to. She will survive if she frees me from the stone. The prophecy speaks true. My brothers are coming, and when they arrive, They will not bargain with you, Wanderer. You will not defeat them. Not alone. We were formidable allies in hell. Our partnership could yet bear fruit. Talk to Neyrelle when you reach her. Offer her this relief. You let her choose me once. She may yet choose me again.
I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously I'm probably ignoring some important story elements, but like, what is the point of having him in a stone that's not working, right? Fucking let him out or destroy the stone and make a new one.
You're back.
Obviously, I know it's not that simple, but still, it's like, it feels kind of dumb, but like, well, the stone was not meant for him, first of all, and then like, well, let's put him in the stone. Oh, well, is the stone doing anything? No, not really.
How many times has he invited you to talk? How many times have you accepted?
More than I'd like. He thinks if he can get me alone, he can manipulate me. I know better than to listen to a demon.
That beast really is Mephisto, then?
Just an aspect of him from what I can tell. The whole of him is held in the stone. He's getting stronger, though. That wolf has grown larger since I saw it last.
And what exactly did he say this time? Actually, don't tell me yet. I want to be sitting down when I hear the answer. Promise me we'll talk about this later. Come. Maka will be waiting for us.
I mean, for sure, Katsumi there, yeah, but it's one of those where, as also that's got pointed out right here, right now, where it's like, okay, the stone wasn't made for him, he's still in it, which, okay, sure, great that he's in it, but he's still growing in there, he's still getting stronger. The stone, once again, wasn't made for him, so he's probably gonna break out of it eventually anyways. And she's being corrupted by just holding or being close to the stone, sort of. Or maybe that was because they kind of made a pact, so maybe that actually has nothing to do with the stone's infidelity or like the weakness of the stone. But still, it's one of those where it feels like it's sort of like rip the bandage off and reset kind of deal anyways, because he's gonna get out of the stone eventually, because that stone wasn't made for him anyways. But once again, I might be missing some important lore point there that, oh, he's gonna do more harm, he would have done more harm than good, if, like more harm if he was out at this point. Like, it's one of those where the plane is already failing big time. Might as well just rip it off and try to find a new solution. That's kind of, oh well. I mean, the corruption and everything is still spreading, right? Even when he's in the stone. Everything that's happening to Nealia is already kind of happening when he is in the stone. So obviously it's not really working, right?
Other shrines, ritual sites, anything connected to Abulan.
Yeah.
Keep your guard up. The Lakuni have made a den of this place.
I mean, one rule, you know, being the one trying to shade the minds of the people. I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm very okay with. I'm probably super wrong, but they are making it seem kind of right. So even if this is where he definitely shouldn't be let out to stone, they are making it seem based on how they present everything, right? That the stone is not working.
I need more time.
But sure, it might be 80% working, I guess, and then it is leaking, right? I guess that's really the point we have to keep in mind, I guess. As you're saying, it would be devastating if he gets out of it, and he's already kind of leaking out, right? With the corruption that's spreading from him/her. But yeah, it would probably.
I am
a lot worse if he was actually out. I actually don't remember. Did they say why she was going here? Because you would imagine that since they put him in a stone that wasn't designed for him, then that they would then be like, okay, we should try to find a replacement for that, because the stone is obviously not gonna hold in terms of like stopping the leakage, right? That feels like common sense, that like, okay, Mephisto, he's too strong for this stone that we created for Lilith from the beginning. We should try to find some way to make the stone stronger or lock him away somewhere or blah blah blah, right? I don't remember, why did she come here? Because she kind of created a pact with Mephisto and then they were going here, but I don't really remember. Did they say why or whatnot? Was she gonna come here and try to lock him away? Was that the idea? Where's Noni when I need him with his lore drops?
Yiwukise, mender of veils. He looks like a guardian here. Perhaps he protected folks from lost spirits.
Oh, but we'll see. Maybe there are more story that I will find out later. That actually kind of makes that whole situation make a bit more sense. Or explain it, I guess.
I need more time.
Over there. Another one.
I need more time.
He's empowering people. Maybe that's how he could help Mirel.
Look, might be the gateway.
I know those people. They are not far from here.
I need more time.
Oh, that thing is moving.
I am not ready for that.
How many do I have? 58? Oh, we can buy another. We can buy this one. Click. This one is sad. It's gonna disappear. Look at the corrupted Ashbringer and the normal Ashbringer. Oh, then the sulfurous hammer. Awesomeness. Wait, this. Can we... Oh no, I can't because we need to do that. Okay.
If you consider a cold to be like dysentery, you're better off not asking. Let's just get it over with. Ready, Maka?
I am.
Bling blong.
Royise, Ukise, Royise, Wutsa, Wukbiwese, Wokbankiwu, Chowam, Royise, Ukise, Royise, Wutsa, Wokbiwese, Wokbankiwu, Chowam, Pewusocha, Weke Pipa, Shimahe, Chope Nenchiowu, Do not fight the pain. You will not win. Let it move you. Let it carry you through.
There's portals everywhere. Portal on portal on portals. I guess we're going to like a dreamland now, yeah.
The spirits take a tall price for entry.
That'll be the ritual. It's what's keeping you in one piece. The spirit realm is constantly shifting, blending. You would too, unaided. That's the beauty of this place. It's raw energy given life. Every stone, every drop of water is no more dead than you are. Change, growth is the only law that governs here. It's nauseating, it's breathtaking, it's alien, it's primordial. And for spirits such as this handsome fellow, it's the most natural thing in the cosmos. If it helps, I feel the same pain. You're handling it better than most first-timers, even for one untrained in our ways. Now, let's go. Whatever threatens Abulan, threatens the whole of this realm.
Okay, okay.
Feel that?
Rot on the air.
I am not ready for that.
Don't hurt the spirit!
They are already lost to corruption, Eru.
Damn it, wrong way.
So young!
I am not ready for that.
Don't worry, I'm here for cleanse. Did you get
I need more time. I need more time.
I am not ready for that.
Damn it, wrong way again.
Through here. I'll open the door. Waka.
He seems all right.
Go carefully.
Hands upon hands, upon hands, upon hands.
Abulan is having a bad day.
Don't you remember me?
We're too late.
I need more time. I am not ready for that. I need more time. I don't have enough faith.
No! No. Old friend.
Hey, hello, Knappen.
We can't let him die for nothing. Power gathers there, in his heart. He can still help Nerel.
Then cut swiftly. The corruption is spreading.
Do you know who Bulan is? What? How's it going with the coughing, Knappen? Any better? Still dead.
No. I was the one who failed Abulan. Ana accept me.
Thank you, Abulan. Nahu he awaku.
Oh, Eru. Come. Let's give him space.
Too bad we didn't get to see him in when he wasn't this corrupted. Oh well. Eh? Okay, well, rough break. We didn't find Abulan.
Go and find out. I'll hang back for Eru. When he's back on his feet, I'll send him to meet you. The council will want to know what's happened. And listen, you did what was needed in there. My circle will not soon forget.
Alright. Yeah, we can TP. Wait, what? Can we? Wait, was it over there? That's not what I... This? Wait, where am I even? I'm there. Okay, though. Off we go. Time is it? A little bit more. Speak with... Oh, he's here. Why are you hanging here? This is a very suspicious and hard place to be hanging.
Don't be. He was sick. You gave him a gift. Mercy. I didn't have it in me to do that for him. So, thank you. Now, tell me. Do you think you can do it again?
What?
I mean, Neyrelle.
You really think she's been lost?
No. Never saw the point of despair. But we'd be fools not to consider all the cards. She might still be fighting. She might not. Either way, she'll still need you. Focus on that, my friend. Come what may, you'll be there for her.
So, but like, how do we fix her, sort of, without him?
Neyrelle and I have eagerly awaited you.
I'm sure you have. Okay, this is not. Hello, anyone home? Oh well.
The way we took before is blocked.
Now we have to take an elaborate detour. But this is also blocked.
It's gotten worse in here.
Well, that tends to happen. Oh, hello there.
You've done well to come this far.
Yes, Simba. Or is it Mufasa? I kind of forgot which one it is.
He's still here. A good sign Neyrelle is still holding on.
I'm exploding! Why am I exploding? Oh, that's effective.
I need more time.
Okay.
I need more time.
there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Here we are. Story time!
She was here before. Where's she gone? Gone with a wave of the paw. A miracle maker, just like the old say. Or the doctrine, if you ask the Zakarunde. To tell you the truth, it wasn't by coincidence that I found your body floating down the river. It was him who sent me to you.
Well, he wanted us to find him with Mephisto. He kind of like, let's work together. Why are you making it so inconvenient for me to get to you? Well, they've got items to make that circle even more bonkers.
Never thought I'd have the personal help of Akrat himself. Or, rather, his spirit. Though I suppose mythical help is needed to face mythical evil. What did Mephisto tell you, anyway? Back in the fields.
He actually thought he could convince me to let him out of the stone.
Hell, he's done enough damage from inside it.
Exactly. This is oh wow, this is a beautiful arena. Oh. Dedicant Buala, the one who carved from Akara's light to hold order. One who carved for holy pilgrimage from Akara's light. Okay.
Spoken so freely.
It is beautiful to wander free of shame. I help you to help Neyrelle. Nahantu depends on her. Say it plain, Eru. An honest question for an honest answer.
It was she who brought the prime evil here to begin with. She who drew the hollows.
The stone woke the hollows, but Mephisto planted them centuries ago. They were here when I still walked as a mortal. When I first fought and scarred the wolf. Long before the fall of Kurast.
Ah, is that why the mask?
The stone is bound to her soul. And the stone must be put to rest. Saving her soul will save all of us. Go. She needs you. Now.
Was it Akrat that made him wear the mask he has on the dog then? Potentially, I guess. If that's the scar he means. There we go. Search for deeper in the blah blah blah. Okay. Oh, he's the guy that's putting that on me. Well, this is empty. I guess they got vacated.
Neyrelle. Let's clear the area. Get her some space.
Dude, poor girl. She's been chanting that chant for like Well, ever at this point, right?
I couldn't get the Guardian's blessing. We think consuming its heart will free you.
Oh.
In Tarsarak, you asked me if anything I do matters. I've been thinking about what I said. That with good allies, the weight of our burdens gets easier. Evrel. It's me. I'm here for you. You don't have to keep doing this alone.
You ate the whole thing, god damn.
No, it's all right.
Okay, well, that was cool. Yeah, sorry, Fenrir. I don't. I have this thing. Either it happens when I'm reading a lot or when I'm talking a lot. I don't know why. I think it has to do with this oxygen problematics. I start yarning. I'm not tired or anything. It just, I don't know. It happens. Sadly, a lot of times. Who knows? Maybe that has to do with food.
I had words rehearsed In case you or Lorath ever tracked me down. All I can say now is... I'm really happy to see you too.
You did good in there.
I had help. Thank you for that.
I'm Eru, but don't thank me. Thank the spirit whose heart I carved out for you. It was a gamble and a half, but you made it worth it. You saddled the stallion. You're back on top of the stone. Now, I have to ask, what the hell do you plan to do with it?
A very good question. But its answer demands some research. Where's Nahantu's best library?
To Kurast, then. Good. Whatever it is you're thinking, you'll need the Council's blessing anyway.
Promise me you'll rest after?
How could I? Every dream is Mephisto's stage. Once we deal with the stone, then I will rest.
Okie doke, can we TP over here? Okay, I think that will have to do for today. So we finished off Planet of Lena and we got this story stuff kind of started. Good enough for now, sort of. I will be off and make food. And,
You look like you've
hopefully
seen
we'll
battle.
continue this at a later stage. When, I don't want to promise, but we will see. Yeah. Thank you all for coming to the stream. Thank you to everyone that subscribed today and hanged out. Thank you so much for just having the stream open. If you see me live, helps more than you know. Especially that one. Just having the stream open when you see I'm live helps more than you know. Even if you can't watch, just mute the stream and have it open in window. Yeah, take care everyone. Hope to see you guys another time and have a good rest of your evening, day, wherever you are. Bye bye.